When we think of Bangkok, we picture the sky trains gliding above the gridlock, the heavy, honking traffic, the endless stream of taxis glowing red and green in the humid night. That's the Bangkok of postcards and travel guides, loud, fast, and forever in a hurry. But step up the main avenues, a completely different rhythm of life, one that moves slower, closer to the ground, on smaller, more intimate wheels. This is the Bangkok most visitors never see, and today, I want to take you into it. The vehicle I'm riding is the largest songtail you see rolling down the main roads, those red pickup trucks packed with tourists and commuters. No, this is something smaller, humbler. A custom modified little machine, half motorcycle, half truck. It's built for these tight corners, these impossible squeezes where a real car would never fit. And that's exactly why it matters. This little vehicle isn't a novelty. It is the literal lifeline of the neighborhood. It carries the grandmothers to the market and back. It brings the vendors and their goods. It moves the people the big city forgets to plan for. Without it, these alleys would be cut off from the pulse of the city. With it, everyone belongs. On this particular day, I set out with a simple intention to travel toward the heart of Bangkok. Nothing more, just a ride from my quiet corner of the city into its roaring center. I had no idea that this ordinary journey would hand me something quietly unforgettable. When the vehicle arrived, I ended up boarding it, and that's when I saw her. A familiar face, a woman who lived right next door to me. I'd seen her 100 times, hanging laundry, coming home with groceries, a figure at the edge of my daily life. But here is the strange, very human thing. We had never actually spoken, not once. We are completely strangers who share the same world, the same street, the same patch of sky. Yet, separated by that invisible barrier of polite distance that city life builds between neighbors. So close and somehow so far. Two lives running parallel, never quite touching. She slipped quietly into the back seat. I took a spot on the side bench, the metal already warm from the sun. The engine coughed, caught, and sputtered to life. And we lurched forward, bumping down the uneven alley. And an awkward silence settled between us. The kind you can almost feel in the air. We recognized each other. Of course we did. But with zero real familiarity, neither of us could find the words to break the ice. So we did what strangers do. We looked away. We let the silence sit. I found myself watching the scenery blur past. The shop houses, the street shrines, the tangle of daily life. Listening to the rattle of the loose metal and the hum of little engines straining beneath us. But as we roared deeper into the city, my attention drifted from the window to the small world inside the vehicle itself. This cramped, rattling little cabin, I realized it was a microcosm. tiny, moving portrait of Bangkok's real working herd. At nearly every stop, someone new would climb aboard. And most of them were women. Local women carrying heavy bundles from the market, woven bags overflowing with vegetables, herbs, eggs, ice, everything a family needs. They'd hold themselves up with practiced ease, settle into whatever space was left, balance their loads on their laps and exhale. In that cramped bag, you witness something you can't find in any guidebook. The pure, unfiltered reality of working-class Bangkok. Mothers heading home to cook, vendors carrying tomorrow's stock, grandmothers, students, laborers, everyday citizens grinding through another long day. All of them sharing this bumpy, sweaty ride. Shoulder to shoulder, without a single word of complaint. There's a dignity in it that quietly humbles you. No one is performing. No one is rushing to be anywhere but exactly where their day demands. And so we rode together, this little group of strangers, mile after mile, breathing the same dust that drifted through the open sides, sharing the same cramped bench. My neighbor and I stayed in our quiet bubble the whole way. The invisible wall between us never came down. And yet, there was something almost tender in it. We were two people from the same fence, riding through a giant city side by side, held in the same small space, carried by the same tired engine. Strangers, yes, but strangers sharing a moment, whether we acknowledged it or not. When my stop finally arrived, I stepped down onto the pavement without a proper goodbye. We exchanged nothing more than a passing glance, the briefest flicker of recognition. And then the vehicle rattled on, carrying her deeper into the city. And I turned and walked into my day. We didn't exchange a single word that day, not one. But looking back, the silent ride captured something rare. Something I don't think a conversation could have given me. It held a quiet, unscripted intersection of lives in a massive city. The way millions of people move past one another every day, carrying their whole worlds with them, brushing so close and never quite meeting. A journey without a single word spoken, and yet filled completely with the living spirit of Bangkok.
하루 18,000원짜리 숙소